Imagine standing at the checkout line, your groceries bagged, and suddenly the screen flashes, "Payment declined." Embarrassing, right? But here's the frightening part. It might not be a simple machine error. In fact, this message has become the doorway to a scam spreading across the U.S., and older adults are the #1 target. Criminals have figured out how to use everyday payment systems in ways most of us never expect. What looks like a harmless decline could actually set you up for unauthorized charges that drain your account in small amounts, often without you noticing for days. Today I'm going to explain exactly how this decline payment trick works, why seniors are especially vulnerable, and the practical steps you can take right now to protect your money. Don't worry, I'll make it clear and simple so you know what to do the next time this message pops up. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're watching this video from and what time of day is it right now. Share it in the comments below. And if you find this video helpful, please subscribe. If not, just hit like. It still helps other seniors see this warning. What the ghost tap scam is and how it really works. Most of us have gotten used to the small convenience of tapping a debit or credit card instead of swiping or inserting it. This simple act is powered by something called NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication, and it allows a payment to go through instantly just by bringing your card close to a machine. For seniors, this technology often feels like a blessing because it makes checkout lines faster, avoids fumbling with numbers, and seems harmless. Yet what feels like progress can quietly become a serious risk when criminals use the very same system against you. In the past, thieves needed to physically take your card, skim it at an ATM, or trick you into typing your details on a fake website. You usually had a chance to notice something strange like a broken machine, an unfamiliar email, or a wallet gone missing. With the ghost tap scam, none of that happens. Your card stays in your purse, your wallet never leaves your pocket, and yet your money can disappear in seconds. This is what makes it so unsettling for older adults who believe they are being cautious simply by keeping their card close. Picture this: you are waiting at the pharmacy counter, your handbag resting on your shoulder, and a man steps a little too close behind you. To you, it feels like normal impatience, something you have seen in grocery store lines for decades. But hidden inside his jacket is a small payment reader, the same kind used by food delivery drivers or clerks. As he shuffles forward, your debit card silently communicates with his device through your bag. Within 3 seconds, a transaction for $40 goes through. No beep, no vibration, no receipt, nothing at all to alert you. You walk away unaware that anything happened. These thieves are clever in how they take your money. Instead of withdrawing hundreds at once, they usually keep each charge under $100, often around $20, $40, or $60. They know banks are less likely to flag smaller amounts, and they know many seniors will overlook a little purchase when checking their accounts. It is only after several days, sometimes weeks, that the charges begin to add up to hundreds of dollars, leaving you shocked and frustrated. Why don't most people notice right away? Because the system is designed to be silent and seamless. There is no sound, no message on your phone, no paper trail. And many older adults in America, understandably, have a habit of checking their bank accounts once a week or waiting until the monthly statement arrives in the mail. By the time those pages are unfolded at the kitchen table, the scammer has already struck multiple times. The realization often comes with a sinking feeling of betrayal, followed by the heavy burden of trying to prove the charges were never yours. But knowledge is power, and awareness is your first defense. The good news is that once you understand how Ghost Tap works, you can take simple steps to make yourself a far less tempting target. By carrying your card in a protected sleeve, checking your balance more often, and knowing the warning signs, you can stay one step ahead. Even though this scam is new, you still hold the ability to guard your independence and your financial health with a few mindful changes. The technology is not going away, but neither is your power to use it wisely and safely. Why older adults are the prime target criminals are not choosing victims randomly. and seniors unfortunately fall into their focus because of habits that seem harmless. Many older adults carry their wallet in a coat pocket or place a handbag loosely on a shopping cart while browsing. These everyday routines are natural and comfortable, yet they make your card more accessible to someone standing just a little too close. What feels like an ordinary moment in a grocery store aisle can quietly become an opportunity for theft without you even realizing it. Another factor is the way older adults often treat personal space with more trust and less suspicion. Standing in line at Walmart or Safeway, you might not think twice if someone edges forward behind you. You may assume they are in a hurry or just impatient, never imagining that their shoulder bag hides a small payment reader. Because nothing unusual appears to happen, there is no reason to question it, and that silence is exactly what these scammers count on. Technology also plays a role. While many seniors use online banking, fewer check their accounts daily through a smartphone app. It is common to review balances once a week or even wait until the monthly paper statement arrives in the mail. Criminals understand this gap in routine, so they target seniors in familiar places like pharmacies, community centers, or even public buses. They know it may take longer before the victim notices, which gives them time to strike multiple times. Perception matters too. Thieves assume seniors may have slower reactions or may doubt their own memory when they see a strange charge. It is painful to say, but some scammers rely on older adults, second-guessing themselves, thinking perhaps they forgot a small purchase or miscalculated their spending. This psychological pressure can delay action, and by the time confidence returns, more money is gone. Imagine a 72-year-old woman doing her weekly grocery shopping on a quiet Tuesday morning. She places her handbag in the child seat of her shopping cart while choosing apples. A man brushes past pretending to reach for bread, and within seconds, a $60 charge has slipped through. Nothing looks suspicious, and she finishes her shopping with peace of mind. Weeks later, sitting at her kitchen table with the monthly statement, she notices several unexplained transactions totaling over $300. The shock, the confusion, and the sinking frustration come all at once, leaving her wondering how it happened under her watch. Yet awareness can turn this story around. By carrying a handbag with a zipper and keeping it close to the body, the opportunity for thieves shrinks dramatically. Placing a wallet in an inner pocket instead of a coat flap makes it harder for hidden scanners to reach. Checking your bank account more often, even just 3 minutes a day, can reveal unusual charges before they pile up. These small habits, though simple, provide powerful protection and peace of mind. The truth is, seniors are targeted because criminals expect them to be easy marks. But the moment you understand their methods, you prove them wrong. With small adjustments, you protect not only your money, but also your independence, showing that awareness and confidence are stronger than any hidden device. The legal gray area and why banks sometimes refuse refunds. When we talk about fraud protection, many seniors assume the law is always on their side and the bank must cover any loss. In principle, that assumption is correct because U.S. consumer protection laws do require banks to protect customers from unauthorized transactions. The intent of these laws is to create confidence in the financial system and to make sure everyday people do not carry the full burden of fraud. Yet the practical reality is often far more complicated, and this complexity becomes painfully clear when the scam in question involves a card that never left your possession. The ghost tap scam sits in a troubling gray area. Unlike traditional card theft, your wallet is not stolen. Unlike online hacking, your account has not been breached from a distance. Instead, the scam works by taking advantage of the very technology your card was designed to use. The card communicates with a payment device as it is supposed to and approves a transaction without asking for a PIN. From the bank's perspective, the system functioned exactly as intended. This creates a difficult problem because the definition of unauthorized becomes narrow when the card itself transmitted approval. That narrow definition creates room for banks to question claims. If the card was present and if the payment system received a legitimate response, the bank may argue it was an authorized transaction. Seniors who call to dispute the charge often find themselves surprised, even discouraged, when representatives suggest the purchase must have been theirs. Some banks go so far as to hint that a family member or caregiver may have used the card with implied permission, shifting the burden of proof entirely onto the victim. For many older adults, that suggestion alone adds emotional stress because it forces them to question people they trust. The size of the fraudulent charge also plays a major role. Banks are far more likely to investigate aggressively if a single transaction is for $500 or more. When the amounts are small, $20, $40, or $60 at a time, they often slip under the radar. A senior may see one of these charges and assume it was an innocent mistake, or not notice at all until the monthly statement arrives. By then, several charges may have accumulated, and the bank is less motivated to chase down each small piece of the puzzle. Timing makes things even harder. Most banks require suspicious charges to be reported within a short window, sometimes just 24 to 48 hours. The sooner you call, the stronger your claim. Unfortunately, many older adults check their accounts once a week or once a month, and by the time they notice days or even weeks have passed, at that point, the bank can argue the delay weakens the case and the victim's chance of recovery is lower. This is why prevention and early detection are so critical. Consider a common example. Mr. Johnson, a retired teacher in Texas, noticed $200 missing from his checking account. The charges were spread across 4 different dates, each around $50, and all appeared at unfamiliar stores. He called his bank expecting a quick refund. Instead, he spent nearly 2 months filing forms, speaking to multiple departments, and providing written statements. Eventually, the money was returned, but the process was exhausting. For someone already managing health appointments, medications, and the daily challenges of aging, the stress took a heavy toll. His story is not unique, and it highlights how difficult the fight can be, even when the law seems clear. This legal and procedural reality underscores a painful truth. While you can often get your money back, it may take persistence, paperwork, and weeks of waiting. For seniors who value peace of mind and limited stress, that struggle can feel heavier than the money lost. That is why prevention remains the most effective strategy. Using an RFID blocking wallet, checking your account regularly, and reporting anything suspicious immediately can save not only your savings, but also your energy and emotional well-being. The lesson is not that banks are unwilling to help, but that the system is not designed to handle this new kind of scam smoothly. By staying one step ahead, you protect yourself from the frustrating maze of disputes and ensure your financial independence remains intact. The gray area may exist, but your awareness and quick action can keep you safely out of it. The steps you can take right now to protect yourself. When it comes to financial safety, especially in retirement, small changes can provide enormous peace of mind. Seniors often carry the weight of many responsibilities, managing health appointments, remembering medications, and staying connected with family, so the thought of monitoring new scams may feel overwhelming. Yet the encouraging news is that protecting yourself from the ghost tap scam does not require complicated technology or expensive tools. A few practical steps taken today can create strong barriers against criminals and keep your independence intact. The first and perhaps most effective step is using an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve. Every debit and credit card with Tap to Pay has a small chip and antenna that constantly broadcasts a signal ready to connect with a payment terminal. What an RFID blocker does is create a protective shield around your card, so those signals cannot escape. It is like placing your card inside a tiny fortress, invisible to the scanning devices thieves hide in their bags or jackets. These wallets and sleeves are inexpensive, often just $5 to $10, and can be found easily on Amazon, Target, or even at big box stores like Walmart. For many seniors, this small purchase brings a sense of reassurance every time they leave the house. The second step is to consider turning off the tap-to-pay feature completely. While convenient, especially for quick grocery trips, the feature is not essential for most people. You can disable it simply by calling the number on the back of your card and asking your bank representative to switch it off. In many cases, you can also log into your bank's mobile app, look for card settings, and toggle the feature off yourself. Once disabled, your card will only work when inserted into the machine and confirmed with your PIN. Yes, it may take a few extra seconds at checkout, but it completely eliminates the risk of a ghost tap. For many older adults who value security over speed, this trade-off feels more than worthwhile. Another protective habit is changing where and how you carry your card. Many seniors are used to sliding a wallet into an outer coat pocket or resting a handbag in the child seat of a shopping cart. Unfortunately, these spots make your card easier to reach with a hidden scanner. A safer option is to place your card inside a zippered compartment, preferably one that sits closer to your body. If you use a handbag, choose one with a center pocket that can be zipped closed. If you use a wallet, try carrying it in an inner pocket of your jacket or pants instead of leaving it exposed. These simple adjustments create a physical barrier that discourages criminals and reduces your risk immediately. Checking your account regularly is another powerful defense, and it does not have to be time-consuming. Many seniors feel hesitant about using mobile apps, yet opening your banking app once a day can take less than a minute. Think of it as a morning ritual, much like checking the weather before heading out. A quick glance at your recent transactions helps you catch unusual charges early, often before they multiply. If you are not comfortable with apps, you can call the automated number on your bank card to hear your latest balance. Daily awareness is the key because timing matters greatly when it comes to disputing fraudulent charges. It is also important not to dismiss small amounts. Thieves often test their luck with charges of $10, $20, or $40. These amounts may seem minor compared to larger bills, and many seniors assume they must have forgotten a small purchase. But these small transactions are deliberate. They are designed to go unnoticed, and when repeated, they can drain hundreds of dollars over time. Treat every unfamiliar charge seriously, no matter how small, and report it right away. Your vigilance can prevent further losses and strengthen your case if you need to dispute charges later. To illustrate the impact of these steps, let me share a positive story. A 70-year-old man in Ohio, retired from factory work, began noticing unfamiliar charges of $20 and $30 on his account every few weeks. At first, he assumed it was a clerical mistake. After learning about the ghost tap scam, he purchased a $10 RFID blocking sleeve, switched off tap to pay through his bank's app, and made a habit of checking his balance each morning with his coffee. In the months that followed, not a single suspicious charge appeared. He described feeling lighter, less anxious, and more in control of his finances, all because of 3 simple changes. These protective steps are not about creating fear. They are about regaining control and preserving the independence that seniors value so deeply. Life already carries enough hidden pressures, worrying about health, managing daily routines, and balancing limited energy. Adding financial uncertainty to the list only increases stress. By adopting these straightforward habits, you remove one major source of anxiety and create room for more peace in your daily life. The truth is, criminals will always look for easy targets. But once you understand their tricks and put these defenses in place, you no longer fit that description. You are protected, alert, and prepared. And most importantly, you can continue living with the dignity and confidence that come from knowing your money and your independence are safe. What to do if you become a victim? Even with the best preparation, scams can still slip through, and finding out you have been targeted can feel overwhelming. For seniors, the discovery often brings not only financial stress, but also a sense of betrayal, embarrassment, or even guilt. It is important to remember that you are not at fault. These criminals are professionals who design schemes to fool even the most careful person. What matters most now is how quickly you act, because speed can greatly increase your chance of recovering your money and protecting yourself from further harm. The very first step is to contact your bank immediately. Use the fraud or lost card number printed on the back of your debit or credit card. This direct line will connect you with a department trained to handle these emergencies. Ask them to lock your card right away so no more charges can go through. While on the call, make sure to request a fraud report ID number. This number is essential because it allows you to track your case and reference it in future conversations. Think of it as the anchor that ties all the pieces of your report together. Next, ask for written confirmation of your report. It can be an email or a letter, but it should clearly state the date you reported the fraud and the specific charges you are disputing. Having this documentation creates a paper trail that strengthens your case if questions arise later. Many seniors find comfort in having something tangible in hand, something they can file away or show to a trusted family member for support. The third step is to file a police report. Even if the charges seem small, having an official record matters. Police may not always be able to investigate every minor transaction, but the report becomes an important piece of evidence when dealing with the bank or financial regulators. When you make the report, include as many details as you can: where you were that day, what time you noticed the charges, and any unusual encounters you recall. This record helps confirm that the fraud was real and not simply a forgotten purchase. It is equally important to preserve every piece of evidence. Take screenshots of your bank statement showing the suspicious charges. Write down the names of every representative you speak with, along with the time and date of the call. Keep copies of every letter and email. This may feel like busy work, but in practice it is one of the strongest protections you have. Seniors who keep thorough records often find their cases resolved faster because they can provide clear, organized proof when questions arise. If your bank initially refuses to refund the charges, do not give up. Ask them to provide their decision in writing and then escalate the case to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also known as the CFPB. This government agency exists to ensure banks treat customers fairly, and many times their involvement encourages a bank to take another look. Filing a complaint with the CFPB is straightforward and can usually be done online or by phone, making it accessible even if you are not comfortable with computers. Once the immediate crisis is addressed, take preventive steps to ensure it does not happen again. Request a replacement card from your bank, and while you are at it, ask if they can disable the tap-to-pay feature entirely. Invest in an RFID blocking wallet or sleeve to shield your new card from hidden scanners. And perhaps most importantly, build the habit of checking your account daily, even if it is just a 1-minute glance while drinking your morning coffee. These changes may seem small, but together they create strong protection against repeat attacks. Imagine a senior couple in Florida who discovered 3 unusual charges totaling $90. They acted immediately, calling their bank within an hour, filing a police report that same day, and keeping detailed notes. Because they moved quickly, their bank refunded the money within a week, and by replacing their cards and using RFID sleeves, they have not experienced another incident. Their story is a reminder that while the experience can be frightening, it does not have to define your financial future. The truth is, becoming a victim of fraud is never easy, but it does not mean you have lost control. Acting quickly, documenting carefully, and following through with every step can transform a stressful experience into one where you reclaim your independence and peace of mind. Scammers may hope you will stay silent or move slowly, but your awareness and determination are far stronger than their tricks. By taking the right actions immediately, you protect not only your money, but also your confidence in managing your own life. The ghost tap scam may sound frightening, but the truth is that it can be prevented with simple and practical steps. Unlike health challenges that sometimes feel out of our control, financial safety in this case is very much in your hands. Small habits practiced consistently are often the most powerful shields against even the most clever criminals. Think of it this way: by placing your card in an RFID blocking sleeve, you build an invisible wall around your money. By checking your account daily, you give yourself the gift of early awareness, catching problems before they grow. And by turning off tap to pay, you close the door completely on one of the easiest tricks thieves rely on. Each action is small on its own, but together they form a strong defense that protects not only your savings, but also your confidence. Your money is not just dollars in the bank. It is your independence, your ability to buy groceries, to travel, to support your grandchildren, and to live life on your terms. Remember this simple truth. Your money is your independence. Protect it, and you protect your freedom. That message matters now more than ever, because independence is the foundation of dignity in our later years. I encourage you to share this video with friends, neighbors, or family members who may not yet know about this scam. A simple share could prevent someone you love from becoming a victim. And I would love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced fraud or seen something suspicious on your account? Please share your story in the comments, or if you simply want to show your support, type the word SAFE. Your voice helps others feel less alone, and it strengthens our community of awareness. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel. Each week, we share practical tips about health, finances, and safety designed for older adults who want to stay informed. By subscribing, you ensure you never miss advice that could protect your future. The world may feel uncertain at times, but with knowledge and small daily actions, you hold the power to stay safe, secure, and independent.